Man, this place is so colorful, the music is so happy, and Luigi is now suddenly blocked by a little purple spike thing. Okay, hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team, the last episode. Super candies are full. Now, in the last episode, we began to expand the... We began to expand... Right? Pest? I don't... Whatever, English! We expanded the Dreamy Driftwood Shore, because we're finding a place like Princess Peach. We did it twice, but there's monsters here. Some evil is creating monsters in our new world. It's kind of a bit rude, actually. So we kind of completed this area. We've been doing a lot of gravity shenanigans. In this episode, we continue to expand it and hopefully solve the problem of monsters. And while we're at it, we'll probably get ourselves a new, Oh, I didn't actually even need to do this. We'll deal with this room in a little bit. We're gonna go through here first, because over here is actually, another attack piece. So we have to go to these side rooms often, as you've seen, to deal with these attack pieces. These bluebirds are really hard to jump over. Mostly, or well, they're not hard to jump over, but the bloopers are kind of really tricky to time, so you have to be really careful if you're trying to jump over a blooper. However, this is A, another opportunity for us to get no-hitter with the blooper, and B, another opportunity for us to, for me to show off a little certain something that happens when you hammer the ground with the blueprints, because when you have other enemies like this, like the Dream Captains, it can turn out to just be completely not in your favor after all. So we're gonna hopefully show it off and before it's just coins. Yeah, we'll hit him a few times and eventually we'll get this to work. I guess I should keep this in because I'm still going for the no-hitter challenge. As you can see, when they're not spinning, they're pretty easy to jump over. You just have to not be a silly face like I was. If I get hit by these Dream Captains, it's really no big deal. As long as I dodge all the blueprints attacks, they'll still count for that no-hitter challenge. So come on, show off your thing, and I don't want to waste too much of this episode doing a fight that we've already done. Although I can also show off, there we go. So as you can see, you can also spawn more Dream Captains, which obviously makes your life a lot more difficult. So, don't necessarily want that to happen too often, so I suggest you don't hammer these enemies, because that can cause more problems than good. That being said, let me focus on this. Alright, that being said, you do have to fight them with Spinies on occasion, which sort of require you, if you're trying to kill the Spinies first, you kind of have to, you know... I'm really glad that these guys are doing this attack so often, that the Dream Captains apparently attack twice. Maybe because there's so many of them, I'm not sure. Also, as you can see, the pot is now red, and wow, that was a crappy jump. The pot is now red and shaking, which means it'll actually be doing more damage. Of course, because we have the guard shell, all these increased attack buffs that the enemies tend to use just really doesn't matter whatsoever, which is kind of funny. So, despite, you know, the fact that, you know what the heck, we'll just, I mean, it doesn't make, like, you're not gonna die if you tip over the thing when it's shaking. Oh, well actually, another interesting thing to point out, if you're far enough away, the hammer shockwave might not even reach it, so there is that, which means the hammer is actually safe to use against it when that is the time when that happens. So, cool how that works. However, just to demonstrate, if you knock this thing over with a shockwave, even while it's red, nothing special will happen. He'll just summon another Dream Captain! Yay! So that's really how this fight works. It's not anything too tricky. I just wanted to kind of give more details now that more enemies will show up. If Spinies are on the field, he'll also spit out Spinies on occasion, so make sure you be extra careful of that, because you already know Lakitu summons the Spinies, so really, if there's any Spinies ever, expect me, for the most part, unless, maybe I'll show off one blooper and fight the Spiny. Actually, there's really no point to, so really expect me to just, if there is a Spiny fight, expect me to just go immediately for my, to not use hammers and just go immediately to a bro attack, the Luigiary ball, to kill off all the Spinies, because they're just a butts, they take forever if they're stupid attacks, and I could care less about them. So there we go, that's your explanation of the blueprints of all the stuff I haven't really shown off, and that really covers all the enemies in Dreamy Driftwood Shore, so at this point I can pretty much just, not show off any wow, I'm just off my good and excellent game today, but that's okay. I've done my explanations. I've done what I needed to do. So, hopefully this fight will be over now. It kind of extended it by making another Dream Captain spawn. But hey, it is a good way to farm money, I suppose. So there's that. So yeah, it took a while with that fight, but that is our no-hitter 32, and I will be able to cut off any other fights that occur in the rest of this. So we should be pretty good to go. So, no more of these lengthy fights. I saw you, Spiny, scared me for a second there. I do not want to touch that Spiny, because that's just going to be a bad time. So, you head up here. It's just a little pathway where you can get some rewards. Lakitu can be up here getting being a butt. But hey, 50 coins, always cool. Lakitu, gosh darn. I couldn't see below me, and oh, come on, really? Alright, well, see you guys in a bit. One little guy, all by himself, die! Well, that was fun. Anyway, there goes that fight. These fights take several minutes to do now. It's almost a little bit excessive, so, really gonna try to avoid combat from now on. 3 more attack pieces left to go. I think that sounds about right, so, hopefully we haven't missed any by being a dumb. Let's see if I can avoid this. It's a little tricky. There's 3 bloopers, and then you have to kind of really quickly get over there. It's really tricky. The bloopers, go up and down 3 times, and then they disappear. That's your window of opportunity to quickly get past the thing. Luigi's actually taught to hit those coins, and Mario isn't. There hasn't really been a case of the height difference between Mario and Luigi mattering in this game up until now. It's actually kind of interesting. Anyway, easy to fall down here and get some super nuts that I can't actually get. And then we just have to make use of this umbrella, which seems all fine and dandy, but I mean, the thing is, when you have a ceiling, it's really easy to just manipulate these. I mean, you do have to use them. Well, actually, you don't even technically need to use the umbrella. I mean, it'd be pretty easy just to, like, go over here and then just be like, oh, I'll just fall over here. So, I mean, the umbrella's mechanics are cool, but because of the fact that there's walls and ceilings everywhere, you don't need them for anything. Or you barely need them. I mean, maybe there'll be a case where you'll need them, but it's not very often, and it's almost kind of unfortunate. It's kind of a mechanic that was really cool that they could have used more of, and they didn't because, well, it's easy enough to just not bother with it. So, I don't know. It's almost a little bit unfortunate, to be honest, but a bit of lost potential, perhaps, for this mechanic, in my opinion. But sometimes that happens. So the easiest way, obviously, to do this is you just head over here, and then you're just like, oh, you're a thing. And you drop down there. I mean, I guess you're supposed to use the umbrella and then jump over to this part. I mean, you can kind of do like a little thing like this, where you put the gravity, or no, you want to go put the gravity over here. And then you could be like, whoa, I jumped over here, whoa, I'm there. But I mean, like I said, walls and ceilings, they sort of defeat the purpose a little bit, but what can you do? Anyway, we head over here. This game gives us a little bit of a cutscene just to demonstrate that, oh, there's coins down here, and lots of spikes. So we don't want to hit the spikes, we want to get the coins, though, and that's pretty easy enough to do, because obviously, we know how to fly with the Luigiary tornado thing. So, first of all, bring Mario over here. You can get some coins in this upper area, using Mario's ability to sort of jump every time you jump. Now, one thing to note is, start heading to get these coins, like, right now, because you want to stay high, because despite the fact that we do have really good horizontal motion, we do, as you can see, we are still slowly going down more and more with each hop. We don't get perfect horizontal distance, and you have to really cut it kind of close. If you go too late, you'll actually cut it too close, and you'll hit the spikes, and you'll have to start from the beginning again. Oh no, like that'd be so difficult. Obviously, this pipe is a return pipe if you wish to go find some, or if you miss some coins, or if you just wish to get some attack pieces that we missed, which I don't think we've missed any. Correct map? I can always check the map and just be like, attack pieces? Do I see any attack pieces here? And also, it's interesting to see on the map that all the different areas are actually color-coded, so I do believe we have gotten everything so far. I hope. Otherwise, I'll feel rather foolish, and that would be unfortunate. So, what do we have on this? It's always good to check the map in this area, especially just to see how many attack pieces there are and familiarize yourself with the area a little bit. But obviously, we have some more gravity shenanigans. Easy enough to pull that off. Now, here's actually a slightly different mechanic. As you can see, if the umbrella this time, if it's a gravity that goes with a little spinny thing, it'll actually bring that umbrella down in that specific direction, which, I mean, if you have it like this, it actually won't matter, but if you bring it down this way, and then turn it back, it will matter. So, that's a thing. Of course, once again, there's really no purpose when, you know, I could just head over here and then do this. Like I said, once again, completely defeating the entire purpose of the puzzle, which, why have the puzzle then? It's kind of an unfortunate happenstance with this area, is that it kind of suffers from wall and ceiling syndrome, I guess, which is a strange way to put it, but still somewhat accurate. That's 2 more attack pieces, and we need 2 more attack pieces. That means we're gonna get our new Bro attack very soon, which also means we can actually head to Madame Broke and get a new piece of equipment, which we're actually going to do, believe it or not, in this episode. I'm actually going to interrupt the Dreamy Driftwood Shore, just specifically to do that. You know what? I think I needed to get the attack piece over here first. Oh, actually, already can. Wait, did I, like, just solve the puzzle for this place without even meaning to solve the puzzle for this place? Did that just kind of happen? Because I feel like I sort of just solved the puzzle for this place. Oh, but I need to hit this other block up here in order to get the other attack piece. Okay. I was like, what makes sense here? I mean, once again, though, you don't have to use the umbrella because I could just, once again, use the walls. So, once again, there's not really a case of any sort of puzzle in this entire area that actually requires actual, I mean, besides, like, the gravity puzzle with the little pillow symbol thing that you have to match up and align the two with the maze. That's a puzzle, yeah. But, like, in terms of actual platforming, there's really not, I mean, you just break it super easily. And once again, what's the point? I don't know. But the point is we now have Luigiary Flame. Very exciting. You basically use B to bounce the fireballs along the Luigis, but A will cover the spots where the Luigi nodes aren't, and then you press A at the end to send a wave of fire all over your foes. Let's demo this. Let us practice. For ourselves, it's actually a fairly easy one, but pretty cool. It's okay, here we go. It's actually pretty cool. However, it's not necessarily the most useful attack. It's really good at low damage, like massive AOE. But I mean, it's even more AOE than the ball is. But the ball does do a little bit more damage. Oops, I flubbed up the A one there. I have to press A there. So whenever it's Mario's turn, you press A. Whenever it's Luigi's turn, you press B. And boom! Is that gonna be it? Excellent. Yeah, it was still an excellent. So yeah, I mean, it didn't even kill all those guys. It just kind of does like spread AoE over a large area, but it does so little damage, especially for the fact that it's double the cost of the ball, that I don't personally find it to be worth it, unless they are weak to fire specifically or something, but that's just me. It seems to be a bit on the weak side, I believe, so perhaps that is me, but we've gotten everything in this room, and we actually get another section with Cedric, but as you can see, we now have an opportunity to go into this. Yeah, Luigi, you were so hyper. We now have an opportunity to go into this warp pipe, get these the final shortcut back to Madame Broke, and we can now use that to go get ourselves a quick trip to Madame Broke's area to, well, first of all, we'll Pilates up here, because Pilates make the world go round, and then we'll go back to the real Madame Broke, go into her dreams, and then mess with that Dreamy Madame Broke. There's two Dreamy Madame Brokes now. It's a little strange. It's actually a really quick side quest though, and I mean it's not even that far away from where we're at right now. It doesn't take that long to actually get to her place from here. So in the end, it's like, why not just go ahead and do this right now? It's right there. It's a pretty hefty upgrade to our hammer. Well, spoilers, but it's a hammer we're gonna be getting, and it is an upgrade. So it's not like we're doing this for no reason, and that's not like we're getting some kind of crappy, like, you know, all the power-ups so far of all these things have actually been really worth it. The times that we get the rewards that are not actually worthwhile, in case you forget, this is another super candy. The times that it hasn't been worthwhile are times where we're doing more than one thing anyway, so we kind of do them already anyway. So if you want to be at max power, which, hey, hard mode, being at max power, always a good thing. There's no reason not to take the quick pit stop over here and just do it, because it's easy. Well, it's not easy per se, but it's also short compared to the other ones. It's not going to take like 10 minutes like some of these ones have. This is like a 2 or 3 minute, well, okay, that's a gross over exaggeration, but it's a really quick one. So we'll take care of that, and then we'll open up the third area of the Dream World. And actually, that next area is pretty short, so we should actually be getting done with Dreamy Driftwood Shore by the end of the next episode is the goal. And I think we'll still be able to get back to Dreamy Driftwood Shore for a little bit, because this does not take long. Alright, so, I mean, as usual, our goal is 800 to get the reward, but we're going to go for 999 because we can. And otherwise, it's basically just, you know, you combo them all together. As long as you keep the combo going, you get a whole bunch of points, and you actually kind of beat this pretty much in, like, probably you'll be able to beat this in 9 runs of this. You get a lot of points, as you can see. The combos are huge. That's, you know, and then a bonus of 20 at the end. So that's already 111 right there. That being said, it does get a bit faster each time, and it gets a bit harder for one additional mechanic that we'll see. I think starting on the third run through of this is when it begins with the slightly more difficult mechanic. So for now, we keep this up. We get a whole bunch of points for racking everything together like this. And then, boom! We're already a quarter of the way there. Like I said, really quick and easy. So as long as we can keep up the mechanic. However, now we all sections where there'll be one single Luigi there, and we'll have to press A and B at the same time instead. So instead of just pressing A, they press both A and B. So now there's 3 variations. You can either have Mario by himself and press A, you can have a bunch of Luigis and press B, or you can have both Mario and Luigi and press both A and B. Nothing too complicated, though. I don't find it to be that much of an addition to really throw you off. Just be prepared to press both buttons if you see nothing there, because there could be a Luigi and you might have to press it. But look at that, we're already over halfway there. Well, okay, we're over halfway to our goal. We're not over halfway to 999, though. But as you can see, it would be just like one additional run to get to that score. So it's not remotely difficult, actually. I mean, I still... And on top of that, the game gives you 3 chances to screw up. So I could screw up. I would lose my combo bonus, so I would lose my sequential bonus here. But, I mean, look at this one right here. That's a sequence of 20 there. We're all the way up to 678. That easy. This is probably one of the easiest challenges, actually, in the game. It's... In my opinion, it's just, I mean, you're pressing 2 buttons. It's just a timing thing, really. It's just a rhythm game, essentially. A very easy rhythm game. And it rewards you with oodles of points super easily for some reason. I mean, this is excessive. We're still going. I think it times by a very specific number of Luigis that happens. So it has to, you have to have Luigi add to the fire like a specific number of times before it counts or something. But there we go. We already beat it. We got 999 in record time. We destroyed that. So as you can see, there's really no reason not to stop here and do this, because it's hardly a challenge. You just do it and you're done. So, that's an S rank on our first try. Blunt Hammer DX. As you know, these DX hammers are super powerful. So, I do not need to do more of that, thank you, Madame Broke. I'm going to leave your dreams and go visit your dreamy counterpart in Luigi's dreams. Dream worlds are weird. That's really the gist of it. They're just weird. They're silly, they're crazy. We're used to it by now. Anyway, let's go ahead and equip our new piece of equipment. Instead of the Sap Hammer DX, we'll be using this Blunt Hammer. It deals 150% damage to enemies of thorns, spikes, or other pointy bits. Watch out for them pointy bits. So now, like, if we're fighting the Spinies, we do 150% extra. We do, basically, yeah. We do an extra half, 1.5 times damage. There we go, that's what I'm trying to say. Sap Hammer DX is a nice upgrade for Luigi as well. Mario obviously has a lot more power, but hey, we're at least our jumps and our hammers have the same base power now for both bros. Luigi, unfortunately, gets the short end of the stick, as usual, because, well... He kinda has to, considering Mario fights in the dream world and he doesn't, so we sorta kinda have to be biased. That's just the way it works. Anyway, back to the dream world. We're gonna go ahead and expand into the 3rd and final expansion to the dream world. So this will be our final section of the area. We'll keep going for another, we're at probably, what, 18 minutes-ish, give or take the cuts I've had, so we'll at least make the next section of the dream world, and I'm trying to think when the next set of enemies are, because the next set of enemies is where we can show off the Luigiary flame. So let's go at least, like, show off the flame in battle, because we haven't done that yet. And then we can end the episode, maybe? I don't know, we're already kind of pushing the episode time a little bit, so... 3rd section, one final episode for that? Perhaps, maybe not the worst idea. Especially because we did get through a cutscene here, so we'll probably actually end the episode, I think, when we get to the end of the cutscene. And just call it there. Seems like the best sort of game plan. I probably could have cut out some of this backtracking, but today's episode is all about the flame. It's all about the fire, the passion, and the fact that walls and ceilings break things. Cedric, how's it going? One last little chat with you, mister. So, what is shaking? We have that, well, we've had it this whole time, actually. We just have to do this in this order because things are weird. But, oh, baby! So, we're gonna max this place out. Let's do it, Cedric. Me and you, just making new worlds. It's a thing. All right, let's bop your head again. Halla boing, halla boom, halla bop. That's apparently the sound of jumping. And Cedric makes ourselves a new dream world. Very exciting, very exciting, very exciting. And it's very pink. But here we go. Whatever happens, this is the last time we get a chance to go into... This is our last expansion of the dream world. It's as big as it possibly can get right now. So, If we can't find a place to hide Princess Peach in here, we're kind of in trouble. It's the deepest part of the dream world. Nobody gonna find Peach back there? Well, okay, all those monsters. Who could be luring them there? Well, I mean, we know a guy. Who knows a guy who happens to be a pretty evil dream world wizard that has the power to create wishes? So Bowser and his minions are possibly the cause of this. But how? How are they doing this? Something seems a little suspicious, perhaps. But regardless, the princess's safety comes first. So let's see if we can't find a way to save her. So some villains lay monsters in the dream world. Who can it be, Peach? A little bit worrying, but we don't have much of a choice. We will forge ahead into the last section of the dream world. But of course, we'll be doing that in the next episode, guys, because I'm looking at the clock and I think we have had enough time for now. This seems like a good section. Probably gonna be a bit of a longer episode because, hey, a pow scarf. That's actually the second and only, these are the only 2 power scarves in the game. Because you remember, this is way back at the beginning. This was one of the very first Expert Challenge rewards I got in the game was a power scarf. And now, as you can see, we have, if I look for it, we have 2 of them now. So, this will let you have a power scarf for each bro. It's a thing. You could never get any more power scarves later, and you don't get any more power scarves in this game. I think there's a power scarf DX though. Maybe. Don't quote me on that, I forget. Anyway, we'll explore the 3rd and final section of Dreamy Driftwood Shore in the next episode, guys. LuckySevenDX signing out. See you all in the next one. Probably gonna be a lengthy one too, because we have a lot to do, but we'll just hurry up and get it done. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.